Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, this is the National Football League. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
We are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Stroud. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And Stroud now to throw. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Inside handoff to Mixon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Stroud. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
56.
Here's Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Now a former kicker at nearby UCLA, Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd and 9. They run it again with Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 4. Here's Stafford. He's got his man. It's Nakua. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Williams going to get it again on second down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here is third down and 4. Now Stafford. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second down and 4. Stroud will run the option left. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Again, it's Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. The second down throw now from Stroud. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Stroud working out of the gun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive. and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Over the middle, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now, because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
To throw is Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Want a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stroud looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. The left side caught by Diggs. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Stroud to throw it. Short throw to Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here goes Stroud again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Stroud. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10, here's Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Stroud. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 10 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and a couple. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got it to Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Stafford. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. Again, it's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's Stafford now on second down. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Throwing is Stafford. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He can't get him down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Williams going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And it's caught. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Williams is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Mixon on first down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll run with Mixon. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Mixon with a first down carry, flexing his muscle at the 30. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. That'll be caught left side by Woods. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Come on. Hey, 19, 18.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Mixon is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Able to get away. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They run for it with Mixon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. They begin the drive with Williams.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 3-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down and 8.
From his own goal line, Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And they work this out past the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Up the middle, it's Williams.
Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Here's Stafford. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Now Stafford.
Oh, a nice catch by Cup. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Stafford on 3rd down.
That is caught.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Back to throw, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Stafford. Touchdown!
Demarcus Robinson from 4 yards out. And the Rams drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On first down, here's Stroud. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
This offense so far on third down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. It fights him off. Dancing to his left. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Now it's Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.